Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Now, here's Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, we going, Mike? Good. Yeah. Hey, isn't that the band that Potsy, Ralph Mouth, and... Thanks, Mike. What the...
He's getting delay in his ear. I think I'm getting a direct.
All right. Are we out of delay?
You're out of delay. I've been out of delay the whole time.
What the hell am I doing? Bunch of air?
Are you still in delay? You're on the air, Adam, and you're fine. Just talk. Just talk, guy. You're fine. Can you do it? Take your headphones off. Take your headphones off and just talk. Either that, I'm going to go to calls right now.
All right, go to the calls.
Really? All right.
Yeah, go to the calls.
You got everything else brilliant to say? All right, that's
Mike,
fine.
you're going to fix this, right?
All right.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Wait a minute! Don't go to the calls. You know,
is that mind-blowing? I did a CNN broadcast once. It was satellite television, and it was about a second like that behind. You think your head's going to explode right there.
Yeah, I talked to a friend of mine who listens to the show all the time tonight about 7:30. He goes, "You really sucked last night." So I go, "Okay, tonight I'm going to pull it together, man. I'm going to come in here firing on all cylinders, man. Stand back. Look out. I'm a total pro." And then I screw up the first 10 minutes of the show. All right, that's Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. I'm Adam Carolla. I'm a big screw-up. Let me give you the phone numbers, 1-800-LOVE-191. That number again, 1-800-568-3191. You can fax us at 310-854-4455. We have Mike Muir coming in tonight. He's ex-suicidal tendencies guy. And he's got a new band called Psycho Myco. And also another band called Infectious Grooves. And it's the same people. And they actually open for themselves. I don't know how they split up the money, but we're going to find out. Drew, you got anything you want to say before I continue screwing up the show?
No, you're just doing great. It's just a wonder to see you perform.
Yeah, thanks for the encouragement, Pops. Jordan, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
Hey, I had to agree with your friend about last night's show. It was pretty bad.
Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah, but I listen to you every night, and your show's great, man.
God bless you.
Well, my problem is about this chick that I'm like, there's no doubt about it, but I'm in love with her and everything.
Right.
And I get that, like, feeling in your stomach, the butterflies.
Right, gas, right.
And I've been friends with her for about 2 years, and I don't know if she even feels anything between us, but...
Because you haven't made your move. Am I right, Jordan?
Exactly.
Right.
Have you ever talked to her?
Yeah, I talk to her every day.
Yeah, they're friends.
All right.
Yeah, we're friends.
Right. So being friends means you get to hold her notebook while she makes out.
No, not exactly, but yeah, I talk to her every day.
Let me tell you something, Jordan. I spent my entire high school career doing that. Now I'm 31, and I look back and I go, I should have just went for it. Because no one remembers, and it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? You think it's the end of the world, but it's not.
Right.
You better just go for it.
The thing is, I have really bad luck. I mean, I'm not like the worst-looking guy in the world.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to sound all stuck up and
this is not going to have anything to do with luck.
No.
She's either going to be interested in you or not.
But wait a minute, Drew. Let's not forget about the curse factor. A lot of guys are cursed.
By?
That would be me, man.
But here's the big joke. They're cursed by themselves.
Right.
They
Yeah,
give
you make your
themselves
own
the
luck.
bad luck. They say they're cursed.
Right.
They act cursed. And women are like they're like woodland creatures. They sniff stuff out. They can smell. You know how like a bear can smell fear on you?
Right. That's right.
Yeah, women can smell
make their
fear.
own
They
luck.
can also smell beer on you, by the way. You'll learn that when you get older. But what I'm saying is they smell out the guys who are insecure, and they run away. Am I right, Drew?
Yeah, amazingly, I totally agree.
All right.
They're very instinctive, very intuitive, and they're not looking for someone who is not sure of themselves, probably.
Jordan,
Yes.
you got yourself like a, I don't know, Ozzy Osbourne CD or something?
Close enough.
All right, how about some suicidal tendencies?
No.
You don't? You go get one. Go get that one where he yells about not getting a Coke, and all he wanted was a Coke, and get yourself all pumped up in front of the mirror like some kind of scene from Lord of the Flies, pin your ears back, and go over to her house and ask her out. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right, man.
It's Pepsi.
Damn.
All
Oh,
I
it's a
wanted was a
Pepsi. I can get my ass kicked first 5 minutes of the show. Lauren.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. What's up?
You're on Loveline. What's up?
I was at my boyfriend's house earlier this afternoon, and we were having sex, and beforehand he asked me to masturbate. And I went with it for a while, but then I felt kind of weird afterwards. I just don't know if I really like that. And I guess I'm calling because...
You felt uncomfortable with him and all his buddies sitting on folding chairs by the foot of the bed?
No, not quite that. But it's just, I don't want to know if this is like, if any other, have you heard of this before or not? I mean, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, a lot of guys are into that. Do you orgasm when you're with him sexually?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why he's wanting you, why he's putting the cart in front of the wagon that way.
Well,
What do you think, Drew?
He says it makes him more excited when I do that.
All right, well, it makes him more excited. You want to excite him?
Yeah.
You got a problem with exciting him?
No.
He's your boyfriend, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right, case closed. Jimmy, what's going on?
Hello?
You're on Loveline.
Hi, Jimmy.
I have like this weird problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was with my girlfriend like last weekend, and like we were making out and everything. And see, I'm a virgin. I've never had sex before, and like we were getting undressed, and well, the thing is like my penis is like a normal size and everything, and the shaft is normal, but like the head is like 2.5 times like a normal size.
Yeah, Hiroshima head. Nagasaki penis.
A mushroom.
Yes. Chicks love that.
Well, she like freaked out.
Yeah.
And she like did not want to have sex.
Oh,
No, would
goodness.
you? Would you want to have sex with a plunger?
Oh, that's a shame.
And like she like freaked out and like
Was she a virgin also?
no, she wasn't. She like thought it would like get stuck or something.
What do you think, Drew? I mean, can you have some kind of corrective surgery or something?
I doubt it.
That's what I was going to call.
I
That's
would
what I was
think-
calling and asking
Gee,
for. Like,
I would think. Are you circumcised?
yeah, I'm circumcised.
I would think there would not be anything surgically that you'd want to do about that. I think it's just unfortunate that young males are preoccupied enough with their normalcy or adequacy of their genitalia that to have someone react that way to you is just unfortunate. I think.
All right, but Jimmy, give us a description. Like if I took like a chopstick and poked it into an orange, would that be about right?
Not that extreme.
Not quite that extreme.
Like I don't take like a golf ball and put it on a carrot.
All right, hold on. All right, okay, I just did that. Well, nothing wrong with that except for the dimples.
Jimmy, I just think it's something you have to begin to reassure your. Is she still your girlfriend?
I haven't like talked to her, and like I think she told her friends too because they
That's
like.
just horrible. That's horrible that you reacted that way. I don't think she is the person you wanted.
That is just, yeah, I mean, it's horrible sexual etiquette. Even if she was mortified,
But,
she
like,
should have just lied.
I've like gone out with her for like 3.5 months, and like I thought I was like really liked her.
Well, maybe you can heal this thing, but be that as it may, I mean, I just worry the way she reacts and that she goes and tells everybody. It's just really kind of extremely, it's cruel.
But
And I think you're going to be fine. I think you'll find somebody who accepts this and doesn't really make a big deal out of it. And I wouldn't worry about it, okay, Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy,
If you can.
they're
It's easy
all
for me to
different.
say.
They're all different shapes, all different sizes, and you'll be
But there's no
fine.
way to get like a corrective surgery.
Don't do that to yourself. Correct yourself. Surgically, have a surgical strike and remove the girlfriend. Okay, that's what needs to happen.
I like when Drew speaks like Schwarzkopf. Josh, what's going on? You're on Loveline.
Hey guys,
Hey.
I just have to say you guys are a couple of the most twisted perverts I've ever met. in my
Wait a
life.
minute.
Wait a
Now,
minute. You're
minute.
including Drew into that?
Well, when
Wait.
when Ricky was here, it was a little bit worse.
Okay. Now, Josh,
Yeah.
you smoke any pot tonight?
For legal reasons, I'll have to say no.
Okay. You see, I'm getting good at this.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult to determine.
Yeah. You got to be like Columbo to figure this out. Josh, give us a little chuckle.
A little chuckle? No, I'm not going to do.
Come on, a little laugh. Come on, Josh.
Oh yes.
Okay. That did it, Josh. You got a question?
Yeah. Well, anyway, like last summer, I was going out with this girl for we went out for 3 days, and then she moved to the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a little while ago, I started hearing from her again. She started sending me letters and stuff.
Right.
And these letters are telling me how much she loves me and how much she wants to be back and and I'm like, what the hell should I do?
You went out with her for 3 days.
3 days.
Did you have sex with her?
No.
Do you really like her?
She's a little bit younger than me, but
Then make it real clear to her. Make a clean break, and she'll get over it. Because if you start seeing her and you're not really into it, this is all gonna get a lot worse.
Yeah, no, but the thing is she like lives like half the country away, and
Yeah.
All the more reason.
Josh, she's a little delusional, and you're a little stoned, and
it's a bad
that's
combination.
a bad combination, being stoned and delusional. Yeah, that's rough, Josh.
Both.
Josh, listen. What you got to do is what Drew told you to do. You have to nip it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too late to nip it in the bud, but you have to nip it. You can't give her anything to go off of.
Right.
She's young. She'll get distracted. She'll move on. Am I right, Drew?
She'll be fine.
All right. Let's talk to Lucas. Lucas.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Okay, I have a friend, and he's been like in love with this girl at his school for about a year and a half. I mean, he's like always talking about her, and he's told her that all she wants is friends, but he doesn't want that. I mean, he's a really good friend with her, and he doesn't want to lose his friendship. But
all right, I don't like these third-party questions. What about you, Drew?
Especially when they have a false presentation. In other words,
Okay.
he said he was calling for something totally different than what he ended up talking about. So.
Ann, you want to bring? Should we bring Mike in? Would this be a good point for Mike to make his way in? We got Mike Muir, ex-suicidal tendencies, now from Psycho Myco. We'll go back to the phones while Mike gets himself in here and adjusts himself. Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on Loveline.
Hey, you guys have a killer show, man.
Thanks, Chuck.
Killer show. I'm surprised they even got through, man. I pushed redial for about a half hour at a time, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I listen to you guys every night, man.
You stoned, Chuck?
Ooh, right now?
Yeah.
I wish I was, man. I'm at work.
Oh, okay, so you're just scraping resins?
Yeah.
Where do you work, Chuck?
Work at an Amico.
Oh, okay, so you work at a filling station. I don't think they have those out here on the West Coast. They don't have, like, Mohawk and all that good East Coast stuff.
Yeah, I got a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, and, Mike can help out, too, because we got Mike Muir in the studio.
All right, man. The question is, what is the solution for fixing premature ejaculation?
Well, what does that mean to you, first of all?
What's that?
What does that mean to you? What is premature for you?
Premature ejaculation? Ejaculating in 45 seconds, a minute and a half, which is a pretty slim time, man.
Premature.
Yeah, anytime you're under the minute barrier, that's bad news, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, you could say that, man.
I would think so.
Wow.
I wouldn't know from experience.
That's like 45 seconds, like 78 orgasms an hour.
Probably hard to keep a girlfriend, too.
All right, man. So what's the solution?
Well, he's holding.
Go ahead.
He's giving me the flying V. A couple of things. You could masturbate. You got to figure it out, because if you go too far before she comes over, like 6 hours or something, it's a small window, the masturbation window. Thank God I've crawled through it a few nights. All I'm saying is I would go about an hour before she comes over. That'll give you a chance to then freshen up with a shower, anoint yourself with talc, and be ready. Am I right, Mike? Mike, what do you?
I'll take your word for it.
Vitamins you can take? Is there a doctor?
No.
How old is this guy?
He's 22. There is a lot of things out there that are available to you. Some people.
Is there a magic vitamin? Or...
No, there's no magic vitamin, no magic pills, no creams or anything like that.
Wait a minute, it's on the shelf that makes your penis larger, your
Right.
nose smaller,
Right.
your biceps bigger, your
Dissolves
hair
fat.
come back.
Right.
It's right there. It's right up on that upper
You
shelf.
find it in those parts of magazines too. But there's exercises. People have advocated the Kegel exercises for men. There are certainly people out there.
Hello?
Now, is that where you put a keg in your ass?
No, that's where you sort of focus on contracting the pelvic floor muscles.
Now, how does that work? Because explain it. Explain it in layman's terms, because I may want to try this.
If you try to interrupt a urine flow, you start pain, you try to stop it.
Right. Okay.
That's the muscles we're talking about, and basically you constrict those 10 times with long contractions, counting up to 5, and then 10 quick flicks. You do like 5 sets of that 3 times a day. And, that develops the floor.
And where do you work on that?
What's that?
When you're driving your car, whatever you want.
You just piss right now in the
no,
car?
you don't have to pee and then do it. That lets you get used to the feel of it, how to contract those muscles. You'll presumably learn how to do it without peeing. But
Okay.
there are sex therapists out there. There's a lot of people out there can help you with this. You can.
How do you think a sex therapist would benefit me?
I don't know. I think the best thing is to have a open relationship with a partner whom you can kind of just work on this with and figure something out that works for both.
Yeah, I mean, if you find someone you're comfortable with, you can relax with, and you can kind of work out all the sexual kinks, right, Mike?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Mike, you're here.
Yes, I am.
We got Mike Muir.
Yes.
Mike, you guys are going out on tour soon, are you? Psycho Myco?
Yeah, I'm going out in March. We were already started in Europe and Australia. Came back for Christmas.
Now, how was Europe and Australia and all that?
I like it a lot. I like Australia a lot. Been there a few times, and the postcards, it says it all.
Yeah, a lot of
Just
open
challenge,
spaces.
Yeah, definitely in Perth too. So
Yeah.
this place like Malibu, probably 20 years ago and stuff.
Right, and now are they into the whole punk scene over there?
Yeah, they're into it a little bit different though. You know, a lot of what they call punk here doesn't really do anything over there, so that makes me kind of happy.
That they accepted you
But over
guys.
there, they call me, and all the things they call me, the legendary punker, Mike Muir.
Oh, really? In Australia?
Yeah. So they have a whole really cool surf skate scene and that whole situation.
And are they as weird as people from like the United States? I mean, you know, do you get a lot of guys like, you know, urinating on stage and getting passed around in the mosh pit and all that stuff?
No, I think they're pretty cool people actually. But you gotta understand, when we meet people, they're like beating someone in a band, so they're like really on their best behavior.
Like me.
Yeah, exactly. So
All right.
we don't have no problems.
All right, and you're also with Infectious Grooves.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same people, right?
Yeah. Actually, on the record, we had different people play on it, but live we tour together, so we do 2 sets.
But I mean,
take a break.
You tour with yourself.
Yeah. It's the only person I can get along with. and I don't even get along with myself very often.
Now, do you argue with yourself over who gets to open and how long the sets go?
Definitely, and sometimes be a rock star, and I won't let the one band have a sound check.
Now, does Infectious Groove go on first?
Nah, Psycho Myco does.
Oh, Psycho Myco goes first.
We do the Psycho Myco stuff, and then we play some of the old Suicidal off the first record.
Right.
Fist right in. Take a little break, then we do the Infectious stuff.
And Infectious, Psycho Myco's punk, basically, and Infectious Groove is funk, right?
Yeah, oversimplified. I have a tendency, I don't like to use the word punk, because people...
All right, what do you want to call it? Because I'm going to write it down.
Well, when Suicidal started, people call it punk. Some people said it wasn't, but everyone has their definition, and what people call punk now is not what I call it. So I call what they call punk, I call it bubblegum pop.
Right.
So
it's good. Pussy crap is what you call it, right?
Yeah, nerd rock.
Yeah, I know. I'm hardcore. Look at me. I'm covered with tats. I got a mohawk going on. Piercings coming out
I think
everywhere.
it's a little bit different. Some people, their motivations of what they're trying to do is, I think that, especially music nowadays, a lot of people and bands, they almost want you to feel comfortable being a victim. You know, the world's messed up, and that's the way it is. And I don't want to be a victim. And I think when you're younger, my dad always said, he goes, hey, when you're young, you're going to fight. You fight with your fist. But when you get older, you're going to have to fight with your mind, and that's a lot harder to fight. And I think that's important. And I think what you have to do is let people realize that you can't be a victim. People are looking for victims, and you have to let them know you're not going to be a victim. And that's one thing physically, but it's a lot more difficult mentally and stuff.
Well,
and,
that is, I mean, I wouldn't call it the theme of our show, but we do get a lot of people that would benefit from that advice.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think problems are something that you create the majority of the time. You know what I mean?
Well, we talked about this last night an awful lot, that problems are things you tend to keep bringing upon yourself, often as a result of things that happened to you that were way outside of your control when you were a lot younger, though.
Yeah,
you break that cycle, ultimately.
This is on a tangent, though, but one of the things I always realize is, as my dad always said, and I think it's very true, if somebody does something and you don't like it, you're twice as bad for doing it. And it's amazing, they'll have these shows, and they'll have like these child molesters, and they'll want to play the victim part and stuff. And they'll sit there and they'll get in details of what happened to them and how terrible it was and this and that. And I sit there and I go, well, if you know what it did to you and how it destroyed your life, then you know damn well what you're doing to that person when you're doing it. Sympathy? Nah.
Right.
Sock you up.
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
All right, so you're saying lethal injection for all.
I believe in the death penalty, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of down with that, too. And we're going to be down with more show and Mike Muir right after this. All right, we are back. We're back with Mike Muir from Psycho Myco. You know, a lot of people don't know that Drew was in a band, and college called Screwy Drewy. Find that. It's only on vinyl, but he's got some good cuts on there. Let me give the phone number out, 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. And you can fax us at 310-854-4455. We'll be playing a cut from Psycho Myco a little bit later on today. I listened to it today, by the way. I'm not the kind of host that just comes in there and goes, yeah, I've been digging your stuff for a long time. I actually went home and listened to it.
Will.
Oh, I will? Oh, good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, so, Mike, you're going to help us out on some of these calls, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Angie, what's happening?
Hi.
Hey.
Well, last weekend I went out with my brother-in-law and his girlfriend, and we got to drinking, and we just decided to have a threesome.
You, your brother-in-law, and his girlfriend.
Yes.
Were you all just completely out of your mind loaded?
We were. And I have been not being able to sleep. I can't eat. I can't think of anything except for what happened, and I don't know how to tell my husband or if I should even tell him at all.
How long have you been married?
A year and a half.
Do you have kids?
I have a 3-year-old.
Oh, is it with him? With your husband?
Yes.
Did your husband ever suspect anything with you and his brother?
Never. In fact, I've been a really decent person all my life until I did this. I waited until I got married before I had sex. I've never even dreamed of doing that in my wildest thoughts, and it just happened.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, this isn't something that crops up very often with people that were virgins until their wedding day, is it?
I mean, you can imagine how somebody that maybe contained urges that and curiosities might sort of come out in ways that they don't expect.
So Angie just exploded like some Tupperware that had been left out in the sun too long, with some bad lasagna in it. Angie.
Yeah.
You're scared your husband's going to find out.
Yeah.
But your brother sure as hell's not going to tell him, is he?
No.
Let me ask you this. Can you not tell him? Can you live with yourself with not telling him, or do you feel you have to?
I don't know. I haven't been able to live with myself very well since that happened.
Yeah, but does that feel like that because you think you're obliged to tell him, or you believe he's going to find out? I mean, to live your life, to go forward in your life, do you feel that you have to tell him this?
I do, but I'd rather not be around for the consequences.
But Angie, let me ask you a hypothetical. And Mike, you can jump in here, too. If you knew absolutely, unequivocally that he would never find out, wouldn't you just not tell him and get on with it?
No.
Really?
You need to tell him. No, I can understand that.
What's up with that?
It's called honesty, man. I mean, it's something you may not be too familiar with.
Hold on, I'm writing that down. Does that start with an H?
It's something associated with integrity, too, another word that might be new to you.
Wait, integrity, honesty, no. Hold on. I don't know. I wouldn't say anything. Would you, Mike?
If I was her, see, that's the difficult thing.
Well, he's going to be honest. He's going to say, no, you wouldn't.
No.
Right.
No.
And,
No,
but
he's-
you could go forward in life. You could, your value system, your sense of yourself and stuff is such that you could go forward and not tell him and live your life. Angie, it sounds like, is not that way. She feels as though she can't. It's going to blurt out of her. It's going to explode if she doesn't.
That she says she doesn't want to have to suffer the consequences, and I'm sure there'd be consequences.
Yeah, but she's willing to live with the consequences.
You wouldn't say anything, Drew, Mr. High Horse. Don't give me that crap.
Look, Angie, if I don't know how I'd feel. I think I might feel like Angie, that you feel like you couldn't go. You get depressed. You feel like you couldn't go on without revealing it.
I guess I have another question for Dr. Drew. Since this happened once, can I even trust myself to even have fun anymore?
Well,
or am I just going to explode like I did last week?
I would suggest that you not drink to excess. That really you can chalk this one up to alcohol. I suspect if you had your faculties about you, you wouldn't have done this.
But let's not pass too much of the buck, Drew. I mean,
I'm not passing
it
totally. But she's afraid. She feels as though she's like this out of control wild woman that she's going to go explode like the Tupperware again. And I don't think you have to. I think you should have to add some intoxicant if that were to happen, especially how she feels now. I mean, she's really learned.
All right, I'm going to sum this up. Angie, here's the deal. It may be eating away at you, and you may feel obliged to tell your husband, but I would not tell the guy for him. I wouldn't look at it as I'm going to tell him and be honest for him. I would say I'm going to lie for him. Because if my wife did this And my wife was a virgin when I met her, and my wife screwed my brother a year and a half into the marriage and felt like she wanted to kill herself and was never going to do it again and was going to be my slave now, basically from here on in because she's racked with guilt. I wouldn't want to know. Would you, Mike?
No, plus it's his brother, man. That's going to cause family problems.
Yeah, I mean,
too,
that is it. I mean, imagine Thanksgiving over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
So what? Chalk this up to file this under things he doesn't need to know.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's certain things,
for
guys.
all parties involved, for her best interest too. But I will say this: when I was younger, my favorite rap line was a chick drinking. And that, you know what I'm saying? That's like you see the chick that's drinking and you go, oh, okay, it saved me a lot of trouble. But in the same sense, too, I know a lot of times people do things and they use that excuse, but I was drunk and blah, blah, I didn't know what I was doing.
In California
but
now.
They got a great memory. What I'm saying is a lot of times people use that excuse.
I understand what you're saying.
And so she was like saying, and I don't know if it was a slip when she's going, but can I trust myself to have fun?
Right.
Wait, what are you saying? You know,
listen, I didn't hear her saying that it was a horrible, wretched experience. She didn't say that.
Yeah.
She didn't feel dirty or bad about the experience. She felt guilty and out of control and remorseful for having done it. But in this state, if you have sex with somebody who's intoxicated, they really are considered not able to render consent, and it's similar to rape.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about
California.
passed out or
California.
something like that.
No.
You know?
Apparently,
Yeah.
it's not. It's sort of working its way through the courts, but it doesn't even have to be passed out.
Just over the legal limit?
Not even. It's not
Not
even. It's not even clear what
because
it
it's
is.
.08. I mean, you can be at .08 on a beer and a half if you're like a 115-pound girl.
Well.
I mean, I've worked half the jobs I've worked over the legal.
Adam,
I'm drunk right now.
Your whole rap is just shot now.
Thank you, Carrie. You got a question for Mike?
Yeah, I do. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
I saw Suicidal in Somerset a couple of years back. Somerset, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Cool.
I just had a question about suicidal tendencies.
Yeah.
What inspired you guys to write Controlled by Hatred?
Which song is that?
It's we did a record called Controlled by Hatred, and it's a song. Basically, simplified, short answer, hate can be a good thing if you let it, and I let it. I think hate is kind of like gasoline in an engine. It's a great motivator. You can have the greatest car if you don't have any gas, it's not going anywhere. I think hate is something, a lot of times people use it as an excuse on not doing something. Someone tells me I can't do something, someone tells me I'll be nobody. Simplified, I think I have a responsibility to prove that I will be somebody, and I carry that burden, and that's a burden I want to carry. And I realize that because there's a lot of times there's things I didn't think I could do until someone said, you can't do that, what are you doing, what's wrong with you, and stuff. And it was like, hey, that's the greatest motivator there is and stuff. And I refuse to use an excuse if someone says, I'm not good enough to do this, I'm not good enough to do that. And I think, it's like with suicidal. It's like we would say crazy. You got to be crazy to believe in yourself. Nobody teaches you to believe in yourself. No one teaches you that you're special, that you can be something else. Your parents say it, but you feel they say it because they're your parents and stuff. And I think it's a situation. When you do something, when you know why you're doing it beforehand, you take the time to figure it out, and you know what the repercussions are, you know why you're doing it, you go out and do it. And if the other people don't understand it, that's their problem. Let them worry about their own life. You do what you got to do. And so I think it's a situation. A lot of times what people say is negative, I think is a positive. It's what you make out of it.
So you're saying if you're pissed off, instead of going out and like robbing and raping and killing, just like start a band. I mean, I don't want to oversimplify
I think that's probably the
this.
problem. I'll be the one that'll say it. There's probably too many people that are in bands, and most people are in bands because
start
they don't like school and they don't like working, and they want people to tell them that they're great.
All right, start a good band. That's what I'm saying. But what I mean is hate can be a motivating force.
Incredible.
I mean,
It's the best one.
It can do it for a lot of people, and it doesn't always have to be a negative. I mean, you don't always have to go out and kick someone's ass because you're filled with hate.
Yeah.
It could drive you to be successful.
I think, that's the whole situation. That's what you have to do. If you feel someone looks at you, you have to turn the world upside down. So they were standing on their head, and that's why they're looking down at you.
Okay, well, I don't know what the hell's going on with this studio. I'm sorry, Mike. Mike, we're screwing up here. Mike, the engineer, again. Kimberly.
Yeah, I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yes, ma'am.
I went to the doctor today, and for a physical, and she said I have something called inverted nipples. And I was wondering if it'll affect my breastfeeding when I grow older.
Not that I'm aware of.
And I was wondering, like, if I'm older, is there any sort of cosmetic surgery that I can get?
I'm sure there are things that can be done. The most significant problem that I've ever seen associated with them is women get a lot of irritation when they have that problem. But other than that, I'm not aware of any significant problems associated with them, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry about it. That's the important thing.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Hey, was that good? Was that a good call? What's going on in this studio, Mike? This is a travesty. You're fired, and all of you are gone, too, even you record reps. I want everyone out of the building. Oh, okay, I'm okay.
Nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
I know. Okay, let me just tell you what happened. All of a sudden, we wear earphones in the studio so we can hear the callers.
Right.
The fakest thing about any TV radio shows is they're not wearing the earphones, and they're not ugly. Everyone in radio is ugly, fat, and constantly snacking. The two biggest misconceptions on radio. But all of a sudden, I couldn't hear anything through my earphones, so I can't tell what the caller's saying. I'm hearing you talk about nipples. I don't know. Was something like a zookeeper call? Who called? There's some kind of weird nipple talk. Mike had a puss on over there. I don't know. Did you help her answer?
No, I didn't need to.
She's fine.
Okay, so she's fine. All right.
And she felt much better, relieved.
All right, well, I'm back. I'm 100%. I thank Mike over there for doing half his job.
And you're talking to Zach.
Yeah, but you know what? All right, we're going to talk to Zach real quickly because then we're going to go to break, and then when we come back, we're going to play a Psycho Myco song, which is going to be really good, and we're all going to be happy, and we're going to go to bed with smiles on our faces. Zach!
Hi.
Hey!
How you guys doing?
Good.
Okay, here's my situation. I'm 20 years old, and for about the last 6 months or so, I've been madly in love with one of my best friend's younger sisters, who's 15. Now, only recently has she expressed her love for me as well. So, but I guess the thing is, until recently, when it's become more of a reality for me,
let me stop you there.
Yeah.
A reality in the sense that she has reciprocated?
Exactly.
And that you're contemplating going on with this?
Well, we're definitely going on with this.
You're having a relationship
Yeah.
with her?
But
so you've had sex?
No, not yet. We've had some sexual relations, but not actual sexual intercourse as of yet.
What state are you calling from?
Illinois.
And they got Joliet's out there, isn't
yeah,
it?
Hey, that's
Yay!
That's the given.
What?
Joliet's a prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can have you fitted for one of those suits as we talk. The feds are converging on your house, Zach.
Right. That's basically what I was calling about. I mean, the legal issues are obvious, but I mean, what are your opinions on the moral?
Let me put my 2 cents in. One is that those laws are there to protect the young people, that they are not really of an age that they can render in a mature way consent, that any 15-year-old that perceives interest by an older male is going to reciprocate that. They're very flattered by it. It is they idealize older males, and you're in an extraordinary position of power, an unfair position of power, and you can hurt them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just because you got to look at it as like a donut and you're on a diet. Just because it's sitting out there, just because the secretary brought in a baker's dozen and put it out on the receptionist desk, doesn't mean you got to grab for all of them. You know what I'm saying, Zach?
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
It's there. It's got Jimmy's. It looks good. You really want one, but you got to walk on by. And we'll be back after this. We's back with more Love Lines. We got our little technical glitch solved. Engineer Mike came in here like Paul Bunyan and just whacked on the console with his clenched fist, and it seemed to work out. So it's a real professional operation we got here. Let me give the phone number out real quick, 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. Fax is coming at us, 310-854-4455. We're going to hear a cut off of the new Psycho Myco album, and it's called I Love Destruction. Yes, very nice, Mike. The feel-good song of the year.
Very beautiful song. Very beautiful.
I think Barney may drop his song. We'll put that one right in. We got Mike Muir here. You may remember him from Suicidal Tendencies. He's now with Psycho Myco. Mm-hmm. And what's the name of the album? Lost My Brain. Once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I feel that way tonight.
Yeah.
And you had Steve Jones.
Yeah.
Now, was he on that cut?
Mm-hmm.
He played on 7 of the cuts on the album?
Yeah, 7 on the record.
That's
Steve
the guy we
Jones
had on
was
this
Yeah, we had Steve Jones.
Yeah.
As a matter of
Sat in
fact,
that seat.
Yeah, you might want to take like a wet nap and wipe that thing down. Now, did he have sex while he was playing, actually, in the studio, or did he just wait till between gigs?
No, he just played on the record.
If you you've talked to the guy for a while, right?
Yeah.
He has had sex with everybody in North America. Do you know that?
I don't know that, but I do now. I'm informed.
Okay, more earphone. Drew, start talking for a second.
All right, we're going to go to calls. Mike, anything else you want to talk about? Anything you want to say about that song?
Well, I could. I'll go for a while. We'll take the call.
All right. This is Ashley. Ashley, what's up?
Hello, how are you?
Very good.
Hello?
We're listening.
You're on Loveline.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Number one, I want to say, Mike, thank you for the positive attitude. It's about time. And number two is I have a question, and what it is I've been having sex for about 3 years now, and I've only had one orgasm, and that was during a very compromising situation. And I was wondering if there's anything besides the relax, be comfortable with your partner bullcrap that I've been hearing that would help me out.
Well, what do you mean?
She's saying everything you've been saying, Adam, is bullcrap.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's just I lived with someone for 2 years. When I was 19, I started living with someone, and I don't think I can get any more comfortable than I was with him.
Right.
But still nothing happened.
What was the compromising position?
Okay, it was a rape.
A rape? Was it a date rape or just?
Yeah. It was a very good friend who I thought I could trust.
Huh.
Right. So what was the situation? You guys went out just as friends? You had a few drinks, something like that?
Well, what happened was I was dating his roommate, and I was staying with him for the weekend because they lived like 2 hours from me, and my boyfriend and I had broken up, and he just said, well, look, I just won't come home. I'll stay away for the weekend. You get your stuff, I said, all right, fine, I'll just go. And I was feeling really down, and so me and the guy went and had a bunch of drinks, and we went back, and he just decided not to leave the bedroom.
Uh-huh. And you orgasmed?
And I orgasmed.
I mean, were you fighting the guy off?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So, I mean, you were like kicking and scratching and screaming and having an orgasm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I had one.
That's kind of a mixed message for that guy.
Well, it was a mixed message for me, too.
Now, did you try to bring any charges against the guy or anything?
No.
Why not?
Because I sat in the bathtub and I just didn't. He told everybody that we had just had sex, and I just said, forget it, I'll just wash my hands of the whole situation and leave.
Yeah? Can you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I did that. I mean, I had therapy, and the psychiatrist said, you're fine. You've dealt with it very well under the circumstances, and da-da-da, but...
All right, so you feel like you put it behind you.
Right.
And you want to know how to get the orgasm minus the rape.
Right.
Well, at the risk of sounding insensitive here, maybe you need some tough love. I mean, maybe you're into the rough stuff.
Yeah, I like that too, and I've tried that, and that's when I come close.
Yeah, Mike perked up a little when I said that.
No. What I was going to say is being comfortable with someone isn't always the answer. Sometimes you're comfortable with someone, but that doesn't mean you love them.
Right, you're comfortable with your grandparents. It doesn't mean you want to have sex.
It doesn't mean that you're comfortable in that way. That can be a completely different thing, and it may have been just being comfortable with the wrong person, and that might be your way of telling yourself that you didn't really want to be with this person, even though you may have been great friends or whatever, or it may have just been a financial situation, but he seemed like a nice person. But being a nice person and treating you nice and being in love with someone for the right reasons and stuff is a completely different thing.
Comfortable might not be the right place for Ashley. She may need a little more dynamism in a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah, it might be a nice guy, but guy and someone that you're in love
dynamism is Dr. Drew for do it in the kitchen.
No.
Am I right, Drew?
Well, I don't want to get too explicit because I'm advocating. I might be getting close to advocating a certain amount of chaos in a relationship. This sounds like Ashley needs some kind of excitement in relationships, and those are not necessarily the healthiest.
Right.
So I don't really want to.
Well, did you love the guy that you were living with?
Yes, I did. I still do.
And did you love him because he was a great person, or you loved him because you just loved being with him and just?
Oh, I loved every minute that we had together, except towards the end. But yeah.
But sexually, it was never there.
Sexually, it wasn't.
Because he was kind of wimpy.
No, actually, he'd rough me up a bit, but I'd come closer during those times, but I never would. And
Yeah, did he talk dirty?
Yeah.
So he did everything he could do, basically.
Right.
And it wasn't happening.
Right.
But you can get yourself off if you masturbate.
No.
No?
No.
Never have.
No.
Wow,
the thing
Ann?
is when I've masturbated, I always feel stupid.
Hold on. Producer Ann is World's
You feel
Authority.
stupid?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
What did you say? You felt stupid masturbating?
I always do. I just start laughing. I just can't help it.
Why?
I have no idea.
Can you put a pillow over your head?
Well, I mean, basically what it comes down to, if you feel embarrassed about touching your own body, then, you're never going to, you won't be able to achieve an orgasm.
But
you have to be able...
You've described being the world expert that you are.
Thank you, Drew.
That was Adam's
Everyone's
title
getting
for
into
you.
the act, by the way,
thank
Ann.
you.
Yeah, if you can't
but Ann
fondle
has-
your own junk, who can?
Yeah, but Ann has all kinds of other special techniques that she is.
No, but she
described.
can't use any of the techniques unless she's really, wants
How about
to
your
achieve this.
special water spout
The
technique?
bathtub, but you've got to be in the right frame of mind. You can't be
We'll
laying
tell
there.
Ashley about that. I mean, help her out.
All right, Ashley, this is what you do.
Thing.
Huh?
I've never heard the bathtub thing.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Again. What you do.
Hold on, let me get my pants down. All right, go ahead.
God. What you do is you get candles going. Thank you. And you just relax. You get in the bathtub. You scoot your butt down so it's right over the drain. And then you put your legs up on the wall. Then you turn the faucet on so it hits you right where it feels good. And then you just relax and close your eyes, and there you go.
Lukewarm water, right?
No, warmer. Definitely warmer.
Warmer.
Not too hot, but...
Okay.
And don't laugh. Just relax.
Thank you. I'll try that.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Ann?
Yes?
You know what I'm going to get you for Christmas? Or for your birthday? One of those inflatable bathtub pillows. You ever see those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, then I'll drown. I have to have my head propped up higher than that.
Well, you'll have something to
You
cling on
have to
to.
kind of be on your elbows that way.
Oh, could you imagine having to tell your folks about that? How'd she go?
I see an instructional video coming out.
she drowned in the tub masturbating, Doctor. All right, do we have to go to do we have a commercial coming up with you guys? Didn't I give you the whole 2-minute rap last night? What happened with that? All right, screw you. We're going to a commercial. Oh, I'm so confused. Loveline, we got Dr. Drew, we got Mike Muir from Psycho Myco, ex-suicidal tendencies member, and the phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. Fax is coming at us, 310-854-4455. Fax is like this. Mike, tour in San Francisco. I'll answer for Mike, okay? I was told that suicidal tendencies are going to come back in about 3 years. Can you confirm or deny this?
Deny.
Deny?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
No more?
Well, the way I look at it, my favorite bands, one of them, the guy wasn't even alive by the time I heard it, I think music is something that, to me, is more important, the purpose of what it's doing, and that lasts all time and stuff, and it's a lot more important than people running around when they're 55 years old, trying to make new deals and stuff,
Right.
So I think music is something that'll always be there, and when you put it on, you listen to it, and we've toured all over the world, played in all kinds of different, from clubs to, stadiums to arenas and stuff, so... we've done everything we wanted to do.
All right, you did it, and the memory's good. You left a good taste in everyone's mouth. It's none of that. There's
The music will always be there.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk to. Oops. Oh, top of the. Karen, put Karen on hold, and we're going to be back in 10 seconds. Jennifer.
Yeah.
You're on Loveline.
Hi.
Hey.
This is hard to explain, but I was at the doctor's, and I'm not sure if I'm 2 or 3 months pregnant. But he measured my uterus from the outside with a tape measure.
Mm-hmm. That's a way of telling how pregnant you are.
Okay, and he said it was 8 centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Does that mean I'm further along than I think I am? Because I think I'm bigger than...
If my, I'm not an obstetrician, but if I remember right, that would.
Oh, but I am.
Wait, but that's 8 weeks. It's basically at a certain point, if uterine fundal height correlates with the weeks pregnant.
Well, no, duh. So a centimeter a week?
If I remember right, I know for sure that they measure from the pubic bone to the height of the fundus, and that's a fairly accurate way of checking out the age of the pregnancy. So it sounds like he's saying it is 8 weeks.
All right, so wait, let me do this on me, Drew. I have a pubic bone and a fundus, don't I?
Put it here. No, you don't.
I don't have a fundus?
No.
Hey, Ann, I said I needed a fundus. What the hell's going on? These cheap Westwood
I'm
One
keeping
bastards.
yours.
Oh, you're holding my
Yeah,
fundus?
exactly.
Good. All right. Keep it in that fundus sack for me. All right. So where's it, Drew? From the top of the pubic bone?
From here to just it's usually like right above here.
Oh, okay. That's the fundus
part that
zone there?
It's the fundus zone. It'll stick up. That's what comes out here.
Yeah, but how do you know where to stop? I mean, it's below the belly button, right?
Just about right there.
But there's no dotted. There's no line.
There's no.
Yeah, okay. They're
Follow the
not
dot or
charted
anything.
out like when you go to the butcher and you see the cow up on the wall and
Right.
it's got all the different parts and cut. It's not like that.
Not like that. No.
Oh, okay. Jennifer.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is just I'm bigger than I look. I mean, I'm just my stomach.
Maybe you got one of those like 300-pound Japanese babies you see in the magazines.
What do you mean you're bigger than you look?
I don't know. It's just I look at most pictures and stuff like that, and my stomach is just big for
For only being
I
2
really
months.
think I am. I think I'm further along than I really
It sounds
think
like
I am.
it's going to get a lot bigger as you go along here.
So, you mean, yeah, it varies a lot from woman to woman.
Right.
And so you could just be having a gargantuan child. It could be a tremendous freak of nature type child.
No, it's
like
not that.
Like a wrestler
It's
type.
more that how the position of the uterus is situated in the given
Okay.
individual. So.
Is it okay if I ask another question?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's actually a comment about last night. I was
Yeah.
listening to it,
Yeah.
and you had said something about an abortion being higher risk for
Breast cancer. Yeah.
I had an abortion about a year and a half ago.
Right.
Does that? What does that mean to me? I mean,
That means you may have a higher risk than you would have had without it.
okay. So I mean,
Now you're obviously getting pregnant at a younger age tends to decrease your risk of breast cancer.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's
maybe-
it. I'm getting knocked up.
So maybe that would kind of balance it out a little bit.
All right, there you go. You got the yin, and you got the yang, and you got the fundus zone. And we're going to talk to Mike. Mike, you got a question for Mike?
Yes, I do.
Well,
I've been doing this comic book for like 4 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and the name of it is Psycho Myco. So I was wondering if I could use that, if you would care.
Where'd you get the name from?
did you get the name from Mike?
No.
Yeah. Well, I ain't heard your comic book.
Yeah, give us a little excerpt from the comic book, Mike. And if Mike likes it, maybe he'll give it his blessing.
Okay, well, here's the one I'm working on right now. Okay.
Is it a big ugly dude with a blue bandana?
No. He wears bandana sometimes, though. He's a trench coat, shotgun-toting maniac.
Right, all right.
And you never heard of me.
That's
You
about
never
right.
heard of me.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, here's the one I'm just finishing up right now. There's a hooker in an alley, and she wants to know why he took the eyeballs and cut off the tongue of her pimp.
Sure.
And he said, I just needed to get off.
Right. All right. Let's.
Kind of like one of them Daniel Steele kind of in cartoon forms. I love
do your
that.
parents drink, Mike?
No.
Do you have a history of alcohol abuse in the family?
No.
How old are you?
Molested?
Huh?
How old are you?
18.
18. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Do you have any? What happened, Mike? What went wrong?
Nothing.
You're just sitting home thinking about hookers.
Do you have
and
a girlfriend?
shotguns.
Hey, I got to be realistic.
That ain't realistic.
I've been doing this for 4 years, making a pretty penny off of it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
You mean
It's
you're having
totally underground, and I'm getting $2.50 an issue.
you're having this thing published?
$2.50.
50 cents of that is yours, Mike.
You know what's great about having it published too? I'm doing it out of my school's expense.
Oh, great.
All their stuff, so I don't have to pay for nothing.
Fantastic. Skimming right off the lunch fund for the poor bust-in
Your
kids.
taxpaying dollars at work again.
That's right. That's right. That's our tax dollar hard at work. God bless you, Mike. Need more Americans like Mike. Kathy, you're on Loveline.
Hi.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Well, we're a little disturbed, actually, over Mike's last call, but what do you got?
First of all, I wanted to say hi, Mike.
Hello.
I love Suicidal Tendencies. Too bad they're gone, but I'll be looking forward to hearing your other stuff.
All right.
And my problem is I'm 21 years old, and I've been dating this guy for 4 years. And he was a virgin when we first got together. And I moved 300 miles away. And every time I see him, the sex is really good, but it's just pretty standard, you know? I'm wondering, what can I do? What do you guys think I should do to make things a little more spicy, you know, without being too perverted?
You mean without him thinking you're as perverted as you actually are?
No, I mean, because
Yeah.
I mean, neither of us like, you know, really crazy things.
Right.
But
Like what's crazy? Give me a crazy example.
we don't. I mean, it's not like bondage or S&M type thing, you know. It's just we like each other's presence.
Right.
I mean, it's really good. I mean, every time I'm with him, I have an orgasm, and also
Even if you're not having sex?
Oh no.
Okay.
When we're
Okay, because
having
that would be
sex.
good. That would be really good. Yeah. So you want a variety.
Yeah, I want to do something for him because, I mean, I'm 300 miles away, and he was a virgin when I met him, and I'm like, I trust him to the fullest extent, but I want to make things interesting for him.
Yeah, you want to keep him happy because 300 miles is a long ways.
Exactly.
Okay, so you want some different positions. Mike, what do you think? What's your
This is what I
favorite
say.
position?
No, this is what I say. The key is to get him to do it without him knowing that he's doing it. Because if you go and you try to get a little crazy, he's going to say you're 300 miles away and somebody's doing something to you. And that's why you're getting a little crazy. He's going to start questioning. So the key is to get him to do it without him knowing, you know, get him to take the lead.
All right, so here's
Kinda
what
like
you
a
do.
dance, let him take the lead.
You're saying so like work it into the
'cause if all of a
conversation
sudden
over
you
dinner.
You got to get him to do it so it's like his idea kind of thing, you know?
Yeah,
Because if
I
you
don't
just
want-
come on and you start doing something, he's going to say, whoa, where's this coming from? That's not the person I know, so someone else is in it.
All right, so you're eating and you're saying, you know, I was looking at the funny pages. You know, that Marmaduke, you know, that dog's got a lot of style. That doggy's got a lot of style, let me tell you that. You just do that, and then you say, like, you know, I was working in the garden the other day, and I was doing the wheelbarrow and carting everything around, and you keep working sexual positions into the conversation subliminally. Would that work?
Well, I mean, it's not just a sexual position, really. I mean, it's just something I want to do for him, you know? But I don't want, like Mike said, I don't want to be a person he doesn't know.
Yeah, okay. I understand that, but let me tell you, if you are going down on this guy, he's not gonna start questioning you. You know what I mean?
Not at the time.
Not at the time. Well, afterwards.
Yeah.
And then if you just do it again real fast, he'll shut up again. That's how guys are. There's something between the penis and the guy's jaw. Drew, is there some kind of ligament that goes right from the penis to the jaw? Because the guys will trap right up. I mean, they'll shut right up as soon as that happens. Drew?
No.
No, okay. Thanks for backing me up on that. All right, Kathy?
Yeah?
You know what to do.
I'll work the sexual positions into conversation over dinner.
Right?
Okay.
Keep the hummers coming.
Maybe you ought to begin to make your conversations on the phone with him a little more provocative, so he understands the direction you're heading. I mean, rather than just scaring him all at once when you arrive.
I mean, doing it so it's like he's actually leading. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do that. I was
He's
thinking
the-
about you today. You know what I'm saying?
And then he'll say, well, what were you thinking? And then I'll let him go from there, or what?
Yeah, you get into it. Yeah, do that. Yeah, I had a dream about you today. You were a woman. Don't ever tell that to anyone, by the way. Sasha, you're here with Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla, and Mike Muir from Psycho Myco.
How's it going, guys?
Good.
All right, well, I got a little question here. I've had a girlfriend for about 3 months, and we have sex, and I'll go down on her, and I bang her, but she won't do anything to me. I don't get the hummers, and, you know, she doesn't play with me. So what can I do?
So you have intercourse, but you don't get anything else?
Yeah, pretty much.
It'd be like if you went to a restaurant, they would just bring you out the steak. No salad, no mashed potatoes, no gravy.
Well, you know,
no beverage,
like
right?
I said, I'll do stuff with her, like to her, but she won't do anything back.
Yeah, what's up with that? Have you asked her?
Well, yeah, we talk about it. We're pretty open when it comes to sex, and I ask her, like, well, why don't you, you know, say play with me or whatever, and she goes, well, it doesn't do anything for me.
Well, screw that. You don't need that sexually. Mike, would you put up with that? I mean, Mike, you got a ton of chicks, right? Because you're on tour and you're in the band and all that kind of stuff. You're not married, are you, Mike?
No, I'm not married.
So you date, what, 18, 20 women?
I kind of have the same girlfriend for a long time. So.
Oh, you have? She listening?
Might be.
Okay. Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. You're showing me you brought that picture in. Yeah, that big velvet picture you had painted. Yeah. That sofa-sized one.
Yeah. We'll change that subject real quick. I got a life. I got to live. What I'd do if I was you is that old thing called 69, and you know, you put her in a position where she's gonna have to do something. If she doesn't do something, then you know you're gonna stop. You know.
Yeah, I mean when you're
eating her out, and I'm sure she likes it. You know, it's like position.
Yeah.
And,
See, that's the
if
thing.
you like, you know, kind of, it's almost like you tease her, because if she ain't gonna, then you ain't gonna.
Yeah. You know, what about that? You think you could?
And if you do it right, she's gonna have nothing else to do.
Well, like it was like probably 2 weeks ago we were messing around, and you know, I was eating her out, and then like afterwards I'm all, well, did you ever think about doing anything to me? She's all, yeah, for a little bit, but then you started doing something to me.
Positioning.
I forgot about it. So I don't know. I mean, the sex is good, and we're open about it.
No, the sex isn't good, Sasha. Come on. I mean, she's not a giving partner. I mean, that's what sex is. It's basically a trade out.
Once we actually start doing stuff, then you know, she'll do, you know, she'll be on top, or we do whatever, you know, we kind of get wild.
All right, but the point is you're not calling up because you're a satisfied customer. You're calling up because you're frustrated.
Well, I'm just kind of curious. Do you think something happened where, like, she had a bad experience with that? Or...
No. She just sounds a little stuck up to me.
Well, either it's what is appealing to you is not appealing to her, or she is really just too selfish to be able to tune into what it is you need.
Yeah, here's what you have to do. Instead of saying, would you do this for me? This is going out to everybody. Instead of saying, would you give me a Hummer? Would you put your thumb in my butt? Would you lick my nipples? Say to them, you know what? I really enjoy this. I really like it when someone does this to me. And hopefully they'll hear that and want to oblige you, because that's what sex is about. And if they're not going to do it, then screw them. You got to dump them and move on. Am I right, Drew? Yeah, I'm right. Shanna.
Yes.
You're on Loveline.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good. Say hi to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hello. How you doing?
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Shauna.
I've been going through some real bad emotional things lately. I'm a single mom. Well, actually, I'm still married. I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 1.5-year-old daughter. My husband lives with a girlfriend, not even 5 minutes away. He doesn't come see the girls. The last time he saw them was Christmas. And I don't know if there's something I can buy over the counter to help my mood swings, and it's gotten to the point where I usually have to hide knives.
Shanna, first thing you need to buy is a new phone. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So, are you on one of those portable phones?
No, I'm not.
Wait, Shanna, you have to hide knives?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just frustrated. Not that I'd hurt myself. I mean, it's just really an expression, because it's bad. You know, he doesn't come see him, and we're not even divorced yet. We got married in May of '92, and he got his ex-girlfriend, not the one he's with now, but another one, pregnant in September. We'd only been married.
All right, hold on a second, Shanna. I don't want to be insensitive, but I cannot get over this static. Can you?
Well, I can't.
Wait, now there's no static.
Right. I mean, I'm sort of experiencing Shauna's pain so much, it's hard for me to hear the static.
Oh, really? See, I must be a real jerk off, because all I can hear is the static. I can't hear the pain.
Well, let's try to get.
Mike, can you hear the pain or the static?
Shauna, look.
They're battling each other.
This guy sounds like the biggest a-hole, as Adam would say. I mean, thank God this guy is out of your life. You have your kids, right? Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Is there anything more important than that right now?
I mean, my children are everything to me, and I mean, the emotional, I mean, I break down and cry for no reason, and it's gotten to the point now that I think maybe my parents would be better raising them, that, you know, because...
Well, maybe for a while you could ask, or at least enlist their help for a while. Other members of...
I mean, I live with my parents because he left.
Well, good, but thank God he's gone.
It's kind of hard because he lives like 2 blocks away.
Well, then move away. I mean, the guy who's got somebody else pregnant within a few months of your marriage, and then he breaks up with her, has another girlfriend. And,
is that what's going on?
In the meantime, he has 2 kids, and he couldn't get your daughters. They're both girls.
Yes.
Don't need this guy in their life. You want him as far away. God knows what he would do to them.
No example is better than a crappy example, right?
Than an abusive, terrible example.
Yeah,
I mean, this guy is an asshole.
Yeah, because...
Can I say that?
Yes.
I think you did, yeah.
I can't
Mike,
help it.
Put that on a card, would you?
I can't help it. I stuff like this makes me sick.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think, though...
What do you think, Mike?
When you're missing out on a lot of the variables because you don't know, but to me I've always found that a person just doesn't wake up one day and become Mr. Asshole.
No.
A person was like that a long time before. And I find a lot of times, especially with females, they accept it. And when you accept it, it's like giving them carte blanche.
Well,
and they're going to run with it.
The bigger
and
issue
when
is-
they accept it, then it's like the situation is it that he lives 5 minutes away or he lives 5 minutes away with his new girlfriend.
Right.
And that's what drives the situation. And you can't accept the
Well-
fact that he's with someone else. And then they take it, well, he's with somebody else, and that's even more, you know.
I understand what you're saying, but the fact is that something happened to her to cause her to choose a jerk like that, and then to tolerate this, and then to continue to focus on him as something she wants to get back.
I'll tell you what happened. She had an asshole in her life when she was 3, 4, 5, and whatever years old.
Right.
And now the cycle continues.
Exactly.
That's why you women out there have to be strong. I mean, I think better no guy than just some a-hole in there. Kick these guys out. They're a horrible influence. Kids are like sponges.
Yeah.
Kids and scrotum sacks, actually. I have a couple of theories. We worked the scrotum theory in earlier. But kids walk around, they're like sponges. They suck up whatever's closest.
That's right.
And if it's some asshole on the sofa getting loaded every night with his feet up on the coffee table, they just soak that up, unfortunately. They don't need it. All right, let's make it fast. Gary, what's going on?
Oh, not too much. I was just listening to that, and I agree with him 100%.
Who's him?
Well, what the guy was talking about these assholes out here.
Yeah, all right. I think that was all of
about
us. All right. You agree with everyone. What's going on, Gary, big kiss ass?
Oh, not much. I just, like I said, I was listening to the gal who said she'd never reached a climax, and just wanted to tell her don't give up, because there are those of us out there who do know how.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, there is.
And is that you, Gary?
Well, I'm one of the few. I learned quite a bit when I was overseas.
Oh, sure, the service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every woman has got a spot on her body somewhere that will stimulate her like she has never been stimulated before.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of the women I date, it's like inside their skull or something. I can't even get to it with like a wooden spoon.
Well, what you got to do is you got to plug up each ear. That way it stays in there long enough for it to register.
So you are sicker than I am, Gary. Gary, so you're saying you're like a dividing rod. You can find, like how a dividing rod finds water, you can find a woman's spot.
Yes.
And there you are. Let me give you a quick physical description of you, Gary.
Okay.
All right. Tall guy, skinny guy, but a big gut.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
No ass and a big gut? Seriously?
No, I've been told I got an ass.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that seems to be the first thing a woman will comment about.
What they're saying is that Gary's an ass. I'm not saying he's got a nice ass.
Yeah, well, I might go along with that part.
What do you do for a living, Gary?
I drive a truck.
Oh, wow. We are flabbergasted. Women love... favorite show, BJ and the Bear. Am I right, Gary?
Oh, sure.
Gary, give me a little CB talk.
Well, what do you want?
Well, let's say you see a really good-looking chick go by in a vet, and you want to alert the convoy. What do you say?
Yeah, I'll just say, hey, northbound, watch out for the red vet. Got some good-looking seat covers.
And what do you say when you see like a Smoky or something?
Oh, you just tell, just where the location of the Smoky is. Usually, you got a bear sitting on his ass in the grass.
Oh, yeah. Now, what do you say when you want to, like, score some crank at a truck stop?
I don't do drugs.
I know, but let's just say I wanted to do some.
Well, just ask somebody if they got some Go Fast.
All right. Fast. God bless you, good buddy. 10-4, and we'll be putting the pedal to the metal right after this. All right, we got more Loveline. We got Mike Muir from Psycho Myco. CD just hit the stores last week.
Yeah.
Is it everywhere?
It's everywhere.
You don't have to send away or anything like that. It's everywhere.
No. You go down to the record store
and pick up a Suicidal Tendency CD while you're out there.
Infectious Grooves.
Infectious Grooves. So you have 3 CDs in the stores right now. I mean, three different bands.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Like you couldn't get laid I know you got a girlfriend. I know you're true and everything's going great. But could you imagine that? See, that would always be my fantasy. I would go out on the first date. I would not tell this person who I am, and I would wander into, Blockbuster or whatever, Music Plus, and I would just stroll around until I found my CDs, and then I would just get the blowjob right there at the counter. Drew, wait, Drew, don't. Drew, talk for a second.
I'm sorry, I pounded the cabinet.
I think that's
here.
OJ coming through. I think I heard 3 distinct bangs.
Drew,
a high-tech organization.
Drew pounded. Drew laughed. Drew pounded on the console. My headphones went out. Then I whacked this thing. Mike, we got to fix this. For Christ's sake. All right, did I give the phone numbers out?
Do it again.
1-800-LOVE-191. That number again, 1-800-568-3191. And faxes, 310-854-4455. Drew, you got a call you want to take?
Let's take line 2. This is Erica.
You're on Loveline, Erica.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, except for the headphones.
Except for the headphones.
What's up?
Not much. My question was for Drew.
Yeah.
For Drew.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go ahead and ask.
Right now.
I got pregnant. I had uterus cancer, and I've had
Wow.
DNCs like 6 or 7 times, and my doctor told me
You've had
about
what? Wait, you had what 6 or 7 times?
a DNC.
Okay.
What's that?
It's they go in and scrape the uterus out to get the cancer tissue out.
And he
Now,
told me I had a lot of scar tissue.
how amazing that you would have uterine cancer at your age.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
unusual.
it runs in my family, very
At,
much so.
at a young age?
Yeah.
Wow.
Since I've been I think 18, 19.
My goodness.
And he told me I'd never be able to get pregnant. It'd be very impossible,
Right.
like 98.5% chance.
Right.
And I was just curious if there was anything, if you wrote it down on paper, if there's anything legal I can do about that.
What do you mean?
Like sue God?
Well, no, he told me that I didn't have to, be on the birth control pill, that it'd be useless for me to take birth control pills, that it's better off that I didn't. And I got pregnant.
Well, it's definitely better off that you did. You understand that? That you could promote uterine cancer potentially. You understand that? Are you there?
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
That you could promote uterine cancer by being on the pill.
Oh, really?
Okay, so that he was very appropriate in telling you not to take it.
So that was the reason why he...
I would suspect so.
Yeah,
however, your question is, were you improperly advised about being careful about the potential for pregnancy?
Yes.
And I don't know the answer to that.
really?
Did you carry the pregnancy, or are you pregnant now?
I'm pregnant right now. I'm 2 to 3 months pregnant.
Do you plan to see the pregnancy through?
No, I'm not. I don't think that's probably not a very good idea.
But isn't it promising to some degree? I mean, you're a young woman and you're told you could never be pregnant.
Yeah,
and
it's wonderful.
Now you know you could be pregnant. I mean, now may not be the time.
No, not really.
I'm surprised they didn't do a hysterectomy on you. Was that planned?
Actually, it was just I just had a bunch of cancerous cells in my uterus, and it never really got.
So
I had a lot of problems and stuff, ovulating.
like a pre-cancer kind of thing, huh?
Yeah, and they kept scraping and everything
Right.
every couple. I had to go in every 3 to 4 months.
Wow. Yeah, are you still going for regular checks?
Yeah, I just went in last week, and I'm trying to figure out what I should do about being pregnant.
Yeah, of course. But definitely continue with regular checks. Remember that if it ever does come to hysterectomy, that there is surrogacy now, that you can still have babies, still using your eggs and your husband's sperm, that they just implant them in another woman, and it works awfully well.
Oh, yeah.
No, it does. I mean, I've got some associates, or I guess they're actually families of patients of mine, who had triplets that way.
Yeah,
surrogate.
until the surrogate mother sues you because she wants to hang on to the kids.
It's not their... No, it's really...
I've seen the TV movies, Drew,
it's
for
not.
The love of the kids. You know what I'm saying?
It's not her kid. It's biologically both the parents.
Right, but then they sign a thing, at the beginning and everything, but they still end up wanting to hang on to the kids.
No,
I've seen the
I've never seen
movies.
that. I've never
Mike, have you seen that?
I've seen a few, but I don't watch TV too much. But
You don't.
No,
So
I
that's
try
your
not
problem,
to.
Mike. You don't watch
Yeah.
enough TV.
Yeah.
You sit around angry. You write songs. You make a ton of money. You should watch TV like me. Bill.
Yeah.
You got a question?
Yeah, I got a question for Mike.
Yeah.
I'm in a band, and we've been playing together for quite some time now, and we were just wondering, what's a good way to get started and, get your stuff out there?
Well, this is the way I looked at it. When we started, we weren't trying to be popular. And I think most people want to be popular, so what do? You do what you think the people are popular are. And the chances of making it that way are very slim. And I think what you have to do is really decide what you want to do. Do you want to make music that you enjoy making? or do you want to make music that you think other people are going to like?
No, we're just, my friend Chris writes most of the riffs and everything, and
It's
we just enjoy playing and
It's
making.
kind of like a sport. If you like playing basketball and you're 5 foot tall and you're 40 years old, you'll never be in the NBA, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy doing it. Now, if you want to play in the NBA, you got to play by whole different rules.
Right.
And to me, what we've always done is said, hey, the most important thing is that we do music that we like, and if other people like it, great. If they don't, that's their problem.
And that's,
so once you try to go out there and try to be liked, that's how you get in trouble. That's how everybody gets in trouble, whether it's with their friends or whatever, is trying to be liked. The best thing to do is do something that's good. And I've always said, people say, oh, we're great, we need someone to hear it. I said, if it's great, people are going to hear it, and they're going to want to play it for
But in a
people.
way, didn't you go out there with people saying, hey, you can't do that, and you said, the hell with you, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to make a success of it?
When we started, we were practicing in my kitchen, and my best friend came over and said, you don't think people are going to like it? You guys are good. You could play real music. That's not music, what you're doing. I said, well, if people want to play music, that's cool. We like it. And I think if you do something that's different, the best thing to do is something different, and the best way to be different is to be better. And I think most people, they sit there and they're going, oh, this will just work, fit so good on the radio, and this will just stick out, and then everyone will love us. And if you don't like what you're doing, it's like a lot of these bands that are quote-unquote alternative now. They used to be glam bands. Didn't work, so they changed the music. So what they're doing is trying to adapt to what they think the audience is. And I think the thing is, if you're doing what you really believe in and you enjoy it, you're not going to be Romeo Blue one day, try it for 3 years being a little Prince, and then all of a sudden become Lenny Kravitz hippie. It's like everybody always the correlation with the change always goes inside with lack of commercial success. And that's the motivator. So if you want to be, how do you be successful? Well, I guess you copy what everyone else is doing and hope you're the one in the million someone's going to go with.
Right, you got to blaze your own trail.
Well, that's what
it's like something your dad probably told you, right?
Exactly. My dad says
Give
a lot
me
of
one.
good
Give me a
things.
dadism. Do you got a dadism that has to do with
that's
the band?
I just busted out with my dad. My dad said the best way to be different is to be better. And too many people try to fit in. The reason why they fit in is because they can't stand out. And I would rather be one standing out than being the one fitting in there and being scared.
And Mike, wouldn't you agree with me that, we get a lot of teenage guys call in. They go, I really want to impress this chick. I want her to notice me. I want everyone to think I'm cool. It's the same advice as Mike's given with the band, which is take care of your own stuff, be good at your own stuff, and let them find you. Am I right, Mike?
In a sense.
Bill, does that answer your question?
Yep. Hey, Adam, I got a comment for you, though.
Yes.
You know how earlier you were talking about a ligament that's connected from the penis to the brain?
No, well, there's another one that goes to the jaw. That's the one I was talking about. Right. Yeah, but there's another one that goes to the brain. Yeah.
That one
exists. It's a tendon. That's
a tendon, yeah.
It's a lightning rod.
Yeah.
Right.
Me and my friends have a theory about that.
Yeah.
See, there's only enough blood in the body to either... for you to either have an erection or to power your brain.
Right.
If you got an erection, the brain just shuts off.
Right. Except for when your penis is my size, you're able to do
when
both.
You're with an ugly chick.
You can't do both at the same time. That's all there is to it.
All right, Bill, write a song about that ligament, would you? Mike, you're frickin' sage. What can I say? You're like Plato. Yeah, I'm constantly surprised. These guys come in, they're playing in a punk band. I know you don't want me to call it punk, but for lack of a better term. And then they sit down here, and they're full of good advice. And I know you may think
I'm full of bad advice.
No, you're full of good advice. No. No, you are full of good advice. And we're going to let you go. We're going to thank you for coming in. Okay. We're going to tell everyone to go find Psycho Myco out on tour. And go find
the record.
What the hell did I do with my brain, or what the hell was that called?
Lost My Brain Once Again.
Lost My Brain Once Again.
The new CD.
And we're going to play another cut from the album right now. Loveline. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. We want to thank Mike Muir from Psycho Myco, who has just left the building, and look for their CDs. And also look for them to be on tour here coming up next month. And Drew, you have a fax?
Just simple, sensible facts. Why doesn't anyone ever say that affairs are messed up, that they ruin people's lives emotionally, and if someone wants an affair, they should get out first and treat their partner with dignity?
Well, then it's not an affair.
Yeah, but even so, this guy alleges that no one ever says this. I think we say this all the time. And in fact, I would say if you want to know what happens to you when you follow, impulses and do things you shouldn't be doing, listen to this show for a while, and you hear how much pain it causes people. Here's one you can read.
Drew, you're quite... Okay.
I'm right. Quite what?
You're quite a sensible guy. Keep going. You're on a roll. You're on a sensible roll.
Here's one that says, the great show, etc. But I think Anne is sexy. Tell me a little more about her and how I can go on a date with her. This is John from area code 805.
Well, Ann has made it very clear to me she's not going to date anyone without a huge penis and a big sack of cocaine. So, first off,
Hey, that was not very nice.
I'm sorry, Ann. She's a happily married woman. And
No, but the huge penis,
Wait
not
a
this
minute now.
cocaine.
Wait a minute. Not happily married.
No, I am. I'm thrilled.
Okay. Yeah, you know, Ann, the show's for entertainment purposes. I poke fun at myself once in a while, too.
And
Occasionally,
that's okay.
occasionally I'll make the huge penis joke about myself, you see? I'm very
And what a joke
liberal.
it is.
Ann is a beautiful woman. It kind of, I was to describe her physically, sort of a Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah.
Thing.
At what stage?
At her best.
At what stage? When
She had
in
many
her prime.
stages.
In her prime, whatever stage that is. Close your eyes. Picture Belinda Carlisle.
We got to get her in
at
that
whatever
fen
prime,
diet, too.
Whatever prime she was in, and that's Ann. Ann,
Belinda Carlisle, that is.
Ann has skin like she doesn't have a pore involved. I don't think she has a pore in her whole body. I don't even know how she sweats or grows hair because she has no pores. Her hair's a different color every night, but that's exciting. It keeps us on our toes. She's firm.
You're painting a really bad picture. You better just stop now.
She's firm where she needs to be firm, but she...
Look, Ann's in control here. Watch out.
She sticks out where she needs to stick out. DJ!
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, I got a huge question or favor or whatever to ask.
Yeah.
Well, I've been seeing this girl for like 2-3 months. I don't know a date or anything, you know. But I was wondering, you know, I feel like an ass asking her out.
Right.
And, I mean, asking her to be my girl.
Right.
For like a while at least, you know. But, I mean, I just feel like a total dink doing that because, you know, it just sounds like I'm kissing ass and being an all nice guy, but...
Yeah, well, the last thing a gal wants to do is date someone she thinks is interested in her.
Or a nice guy.
Or a nice guy. God forbid.
Yeah.
DJ, ask her out.
Yeah,
ask her out. You just got to. You've got to go. You've got to put yourself out there a little bit and try to. If it's really uncomfortable, you try to initially perhaps pursue some kind of a non-threatening environment.
I almost asked her once, but then I started sweating and smelling bad, so I was like, "Oh, geez, give me a moment to shower."
Go
wait a
have
minute.
lunch somewhere.
I want to get back to the non-threatening environment. Now,
Yeah, like
where would that be?
lunch or-
Like Sweden?
No, like
Where is that?
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
No, like
neutral environment.
Like lunch or something that's not a date, you know, so he doesn't feel too overwhelmed by the whole.
Well, we've gone on dates and everything, but
Oh, you have?
yeah, but I mean,
Wow.
I want to go steady with her. I mean,
Well, here's how you go steady. You just keep going on dates, and eventually they become closer and closer and closer together until it just turns into one big date, and then you're going steady.
And if it doesn't happen, it's because they're not as into it as you are.
Yeah,
You got to accept that too if that's what happens.
All right, DJ, listen.
Yeah.
Put some deodorant on and go find this woman and make her yours. John, you're on Loveline.
Hey, got a medical question for the doc.
Yeah, John.
I'm 20 years old and I'm still a virgin, but don't laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I've had some
No, we're
really
just-
cool relationships with some girls.
We're not laughing. We're applauding you. I think.
Well, we're not exactly
Well,
applauding.
I'm
but we're not-
applauding it.
You are? Your hands are folded.
I'm applauding
Oh,
it.
yeah. Okay, there you go.
But I got a medical question for you. Since I've never had sex, is it possible to get an STD?
Nope.
Okay, in that question, let me ask you what...
How would you have contracted it? I mean, maybe you're not.
I have no idea. That's why I'm calling. On the bottom of my penis, I have like these almost like welts or almost sweat beads. They're like kind of like underneath the skin, and just underneath the like mushroom part of the head, I've got like almost these pimple-like things with
Right.
whiteheads on them.
Pearly,
really small.
penile
And I've been reading
pustules.
about, like, gonorrhea and every like
John,
STD there is.
John. Pearly penile papules. They are normal.
Well, how do I get rid of them? I mean,
You don't get rid of them. They are normal. Everybody gets to have them to some extent. Pearly penile papules.
Wait, you don't get rid of them?
They're normal. So some people
Well,
have.
all right, a lot of stuff's normal. Doesn't mean you can't get rid of it.
They're just little sweat glands. Is all they are. They're there. They need to be there.
But what about the ones at the front, like almost like little pimples?
They can become pimples, and they can become infected and become carbuncles, or what do you call them? Faruncles or carbuncles?
Carbuncles.
And they can become that.
Yeah.
If you're unlucky, and then you sometimes antibiotics are necessary, warm soaks, that sort of thing. But then that's it. They go away. But the papule is a normal thing. It needs to be there.
Okay, because I was like freaked out.
If you haven't had sex, if you haven't had oral sex,
Nothing.
You can't get a sexually transmitted disease, okay? Unless you were born to a mother who had a sexually transmitted disease at the time, and there's infantile transmission. But
I mean, he
that's
could have. What about picking up something off a toilet seat?
No.
No?
No.
Well, why use those stupid liners then? True, you obviously don't have any stock in the Santee Liner Company, do you? All right.
But they have great airports in Chicago.
That's
great
true.
toilets in Chicago Airport, yeah.
Chris,
Hello.
you're on Loveline.
Yeah, I have a pretty big dilemma and a favor to ask of you.
Yeah?
He wants us to call
I've been
somebody.
hanging out with this girl for about 3 months now.
Right.
I met her at school. Her name's Laura.
Okay.
And we've pretty much become best friends. And over the first 2 months, you know, it was just me and her. And for the whole time, she told me that she had a boyfriend and whatnot, but I never got to meet him. And finally, about a month ago, I got to meet him. And, you know, it's like my relationship with Laura has kind of shifted to Benji. And that's his name.
Benji being the dog or Benji being you? Or him?
Benji being him, Laura's boyfriend.
Okay.
And you see, the thing is, I think that possibly I've fallen in love with him.
You like Benji?
Yeah.
You're gay.
I don't know if I'm gay, but I think that I'm in love with Benji.
Well,
listen, whether it's a dog or a boyfriend, you're gay. If you're in love with a man, you're gay, aren't you?
Well, I've had sex with women before, though.
Yeah, but that's often the case. You know, it's difficult, particularly for someone your age, to begin to cope with the ramifications of being gay, or you're confused, or you're bisexual. I mean, we can't answer that in just a few minutes with you. But more than that,
all right. Wait, I have a test.
Well, the more important test, the more question is Benji gay?
How come you're not taking my test seriously, Drew?
Imagine that. Go ahead.
All right, listen, Chris. I want you to do something for me.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Uh-huh.
All right? Now they're closed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to picture a penis and a vagina. And I want you to picture yourself in a big field, like a mustard seed field or something on a beautiful spring day.
Rye.
A rye field. Yeah, you're the catcher. And the vagina and the penis both have wings, and they're fluttering about. And you have a net.
Uh-huh.
Okay? And and there you are, and it's Oktoberfest. Now you have this butterfly net, and there they are. Your eyes still closed?
Yeah.
The penis and vagina are both floating around on a beautiful spring day, and you're in a rye field. Which one do you go after with that net?
Well, I think the penis, for all practical purposes, would be a lot easier to catch with the net.
All right. You're gay.
Okay.
That's all you need to know. If you have a net and you go after a penis with the net, you're gay. He had his choice. He could have picked the butterfly vagina, but he went after the penis. Drew, could there be any more positive proof than that? Drew's disgusted. I think he's got a little humiliation and disgust, all
and
worked
fear.
and fear, all in the same one. So is this guy
I don't know
gay?
I'm not, having trouble dealing with being gay or whatnot. I mean, if I am, I am. If I'm not, I'm not. The question is, I mean, how should I approach this with Benji? I mean, should I tell him or should I, keep it a secret?
What do you think the chances are that Benji's gay?
Well, everybody thinks he's gay, but he's told me that he's not. But I don't know. Maybe he's in question like myself, I guess. It's...
But if you go after this guy, you're going to screw up your relationship with the girl.
And not to mention
her relationship with Benji.
Right.
So you think it's not worth it?
I don't think so. I mean, the guy has a girlfriend. How gay can he be?
Well, but this guy's had girlfriends, too.
Yeah, had girlfriends, but he's washed his hands with the whole... Remember the butterfly thing?
Yeah, but if Benji is gay, Chris's friend needs to know that her boyfriend is gay. If he senses, if his gaydar is up and telling him that this guy probably is gay, too.
You have this guy's phone number?
Yeah.
I think we should call him, because I'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
All right, so let's...
No time, is that what you said? No time to do it.
Oh, we don't? Oh. All right. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, yes, he's gay. Go after him with all your might, and we'll be back after this. Well, producer Ann just chewed me a new a-hole in there for saying she looked like Belinda Carlisle in her prime.
At her best.
At her best. I don't know what is wrong with that, Drew. I find Belinda to be an attractive and talented woman, and I put her at her best.
And?
All right. Well, she fluctuates a lot in her weight, and I was just hoping that we were talking about...
At her best.
All right, already.
Yeah, I didn't say, B. Arthur in the 20s. I said Belinda Carlisle at her frickin' best. You just can't. You cannot talk about a women's looks anymore. Just don't. Just nod your head like the stooges you are. All men. You hear that?
If you don't answer, they say you don't care enough even to pay attention.
Right. Do you think is my butt looking big? Don't say anything. Do I look attractive in this dress? Whatever it is, just yes. Just learn how to say it, guys. Believe me, it's going to help. Mike.
Yeah, guys. Hey,
Mike.
Adam, you got that gay test down. I have friends who all have the potpourri and the squeegees and everything.
Mm-hmm. Total vindication. Thank you, Mike.
And they're gay and all that.
You forgot to ask him about the Coke and the yogurt and the squeegee, that last caller.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't have time to explore that.
Mike, what's up? We got just a second here.
Okay, I was playing baseball with a couple of friends, and I went to go slide into first base. I pulled a groin muscle, went to the doctor, said, yeah, it's a pulled groin muscle, sent me on my way, said, here, put the brace on. And woke up today, my balls were all swollen, my dick was swollen. I went to the bathroom, I was pissing blood like hell.
Wow.
Could you have had sex with the first baseman and not been aware of it?
No.
Okay, because that'll happen when you're leading off sometimes.
I wasn't leading off at all, I was sliding.
Mike, to my experience, I mean, I can imagine that you might get some bleeding into that area and there could be swelling, but why you would have blood with urination does not make sense to me. Did you traumatize that area? Did you hit your genitals at all, your testicles?
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get this checked into. I would suggest you see a urologist because this is far more than I would expect just from a groin pull. All right?
Okay.
All right.
All right, good luck. I don't know. Do we have time real fast? Real fast. Karen.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Karen, good. We got 1 minute.
Okay, I'll ask real fast then. This is about pregnancy and miscarriages.
Yeah.
My mom had a really hard time carrying babies, like holding them to full term. She lost all kinds of babies, and I'm kind of thinking about having a baby.
At what stage was she losing?
She'd lose them. I mean, she had them in the first trimester, and then like a couple of babies she had almost to like 6 months, and they were born alive, and then they died. And so I'm really concerned.
So there was some.
She was a healthy woman. I'm a healthy woman. And I'm just concerned, is it hereditary? Is having like these miscarriages? Or...
You know what? Interestingly, most pregnancies actually end in miscarriage. Most people don't understand that.
Really?
Yeah, most pregnancies end in miscarriage. But it's very early, and these are due to genetic errors. You know, things that wouldn't have survived in life. Things just aren't developing normally. You would need more information about what the cause was of the miscarriages in your mother, whether or not there was some genetic problem or whether there was something wrong with her uterus or cervix, whatever it was. You need more information.
All right, so
then you can say whether
look into your uterus is what Dr. Drew is saying, and good luck with that. Let me give the address out for those of you who want to write, for those of you who are incarcerated. P.O. Box 4345, Hollywood, California, 90078. And you can reach us at America Online at LUVE191 at AOL.com. Oh, sorry. I do that every night.
Every night.
Thanks, Sackless Mike. LUV191. I want to thank Sherry, the fantabulous phone screener, Crazy Ed, who's over there doing God knows what, but nothing. No. Yeah, okay, he's doing that. Mike, the engineer, who had a banner night this evening. We thank you for that. And the beautiful, the sexy, the leggy producer, Ann. She is something else. Dr. Drew and I will be back, and until then, see ya.
So that's it then. You have been listening to Loveline. The opinions expressed on Loveline by Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, or anyone are not necessarily ours. Be happy. Be happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy. Loveline's producer is Ann Wilkins.